Welcome to another episode of Ryco Workshop Heroes. I'm Luke Oxley, and today we're in Brisbane visiting AK Racing, one of the biggest names in Queensland's Japanese performance tuning scene. So I've just run into Alan, one of the owners of AK Racing. Thanks for your time today. You've got a lot of space here, like a lot of cars, a lot of Mitsubishis I've seen, but your dyno here, beautiful setup here, in the ground, nice sliding, you've got great extraction it looks like. How long has this been here?
The dyno's been in for 3 years. We put it in as soon as we moved into this shed. The flatbed is great, like you can have the lowest car and still get on there, but practically working on the cars or strapping the cars is really difficult. So
I can see why you've gone the all-wheel drive option with the amount of all-wheel drive cars you do here. Is that a big majority of your work?
Yeah, 100%. So all-wheel drive, like GDRs or Evo 10s, GR Yaris is huge at the moment, so we're doing a lot of those. But do two-wheel drive cars as well, like 86s and stuff like that.
Are you known for Evo 10s? Because probably not. Yeah. They've got a bit of a love-hate relationship, haven't they, amongst, I think, the Mitsubishi Evo
They do. The
scene.
Older Evo guys, not a big fan of the Evo 10s, but yes, that's where we started. I had an Evo 10 and no one could fix them. That's sort of how my whole business grew. Oh, okay. The SST gearboxes, no one could repair it locally, so I just learned how to do it and been rebuilding them ever since.
Yeah. What generally fails with them?
Quite a lot of things, but the main thing is the shift fork 4, so it's what allows the mechatronics to read where the gear selection is, and the magnet just rattles off. And,
Speaking of gearbox issues, this is one car that I think over the years is known to have a few gearbox problems.
It does as well, yeah, just as bad. It's real similar gearbox actually, just a lot beefier than the Evo 10 ones. There's heaps of development in those as well. They're pushing 3,000 horsepower now, and the gearboxes are holding, so.
So I've just ran into Blake, AK Racing's workshop manager here, and a bit of a gearbox guru yourself with these SST transmissions.
Yeah, that's
right.
One
thing you guys are known for, isn't it? Fixing Mitsubishi problems.
Yeah, absolutely. Started off with Alan buying an Evo and then constantly having issues. So took it upon himself to start working on how we can better fix these things. And over the last 12 years, we've sort of come to a point now where we're ever evolving on how we can best maintain these, keep them on the road and keep them going. Yeah.
So what have you got here laid out on the bench? Can you run through that?
So this is pretty much an SST completely broken down. So all the way from the clutch, all the gear sets, the shift forks, and then your casings. So some of the major sort of things we see, the most common being the shift forks failing. So they have a plastic magnet on the arm there that's just glued on. Over time, they just wiggle off and fall off, and you lose all your gears and that sort of thing. So what we do is we go in, remove that, and we actually upgrade to a billet magnet piece that's grub screwed on and glued on. These are lifetime, they'll never come off again.
And this happens in standard type vehicles?
Absolutely, yeah. So we've seen cars with 5,000 Ks have this issue, cars with 200,000 Ks have this issue. Pretty much if you own one of these, you're going to experience it in your life at some point. So yeah, upgrade that. We do a bunch of machining inside the gearbox to get some clearance, make some space for some of these new products that we fit in there. Get some longevity out of them so they're not banging into things and wiggling off. And then clutches are probably the next main one. So yeah, we upgrade these clutches all built in-house. We do everything from an 8-plate clutch, which is your factory style clutch, all the way up to a 14-plate clutch.
So what sort of power are you, I know it's a bit of a vague term, but what can you sort of safely put through a built transmission these days?
Some of the big built ones can see over 1,000. Most people nowadays, an Evo doesn't sort of leave here without 300 kilowatt. That's sort of the street power. We run now 10-plate clutches on those, and then you sort of go up from there. We normally generally have a 12 or a 14 more race application. So 12 more sort of a circuit application, 14 more of the drag only application.
Now I know there's always trade-offs in the performance scene. Does it still drive like a factory trans to a point?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we've worked really hard in designing these clutches to have multiple options. So you can have a clutch that holds all the power and drives standard, or you can have a clutch that's much more aggressive and still holds all the power as well.
So you guys are at the point now, obviously you were just saying anything from 300 kilowatts is just normal now in a Japanese sort of car, but that's led you to guys running these gearboxes in time attack, which not that long ago was unheard of, using a dual clutch or an auto type transmission.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the main reasons we wanted to step into the motorsport realm was we wanted to see what we could achieve with these gearboxes, do their R&D, put in the work, and that's just now come to the point where people are able to use these.
There's no better test for it, is there?
Yeah, and that's exactly right. So we broke as much things as we can and fixed it, and now we're at a point where we can have customers that can buy a gearbox built by us, go to the track and enjoy it and have reliability.
All right, Blake, so this is a great example of what we were just talking about in your gearbox room.
Yep.
This is a bit of a street race car, but something you can obviously do your own R&D with.
Yeah, absolutely. So the idea behind this car 3 years ago was to build a car that we could showcase to people. You could go to the track and still have a car you could daily drive or drive on the weekend. So started life as a completely stock Evo 10. Still very simple car as it sits now. So spent a lot of time developing the SST gearbox in this car. That was the main point of development there. And then it sort of progressed from there.
Yeah.
So yeah, stock engine, cams, head studs, G30.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some people may not realise it's actually a different engine to the older Evos, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So it's a 4B11 engine. Similar in some ways, very different in every other way. The heads in these flow really well. The engine's a really stout engine.
Yeah.
Stock bottom ends in this car, we're seeing 340 kilowatt.
Wow.
And we beat on this thing every single day. So yeah.
And to be honest, at that power point, this is where these cars are at their best, really, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. The chassis really enjoys having power in it. We have cars that have 800 horsepower in it, and they still drive really, really well. Just the modern geometry in these things, it just complements power so well.
Yeah. So the first car that caught my eye when I walked in was pretty much this, yeah? This is really, really unique, something you would never really see in Australia.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, it's a very eye-catching car, something super unique for Australia. So it's a Skoda Fabia. What is left of Skoda Fabia? Very little, but built to sort of R5 Evo spec, built in Poland. The car was then shipped to us. We did a full shakedown of it, and it's actually evolved a lot since the time it's sort of come to us. Converted over to do tarmac rallies, time attack, and that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't know much about these, but give us a bit of a rundown. Is it a complete Evo running gear or?
Yeah, so complete Evo running gear. So 4G63, Drent sequential gearbox, Evo 9 transfer, and Evo 9 RS rear diff.
What does it weigh, roughly?
So for the regs, it has to weigh 1,300 kilos, and this car weighs dead on 1,300 kilos.
It doesn't look that heavy.
No, a lot of cage in it, and the floor has been completely cut out and remade as well.
Yeah. Oh, you're right about the cage, yeah, it's full on, isn't it? Now, obviously cars like this require a lot of maintenance and servicing. How do you go about that?
Yeah, so with stuff like this, we have what we call our pre and post-track inspections, and then we go through the whole car front to back, do a service. So we use Total Energies fluid and Ryco filters, and that keeps these things running non-stop on the track, no issues.
Yep. Obviously running cars like this on ethanol or E85, it's pretty harsh on components, isn't it, and oil?
Absolutely, and we've tried many different things. The biggest thing we found is the Ryco Syntec filters just do the job so well. They just handle that E85 perfectly.
They look better too, don't they? Black, yeah.
That's it.
So you guys do a lot of Mitsubishis here, but you've got so many cars here, and you've got my favourite era, the 1990s Japanese scene. It has got to be my favourite decade of cars.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this here.
So this one here, R32 GTR. Our customer came in having some gearbox issues. This one's getting a full built gearbox. So gearbox comes out, complete strip down, all new gear sets, upgraded.
Love the twin mushroom filters on it. And the best thing about a GTR is the standard valve cover. So never ever remove that.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Probably one of the conversions, I guess, of the last decade would have to be a K swap in a Civic, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. This car here, customer brought it into us. We're converting it over to do some endurance racing. Started by completely going over the whole car front to back, and then we get a good list together to go to the customer, recommendations, repairs, all that kind of thing.
And this one here, you were saying this one's getting a new engine.
Yeah, so this car here is actually owned by the guy who runs Queensland Time Attack. So we do all those events, and he's entrusted us to bring this car back to life. So was built many years ago, has had some dramas over the years. So we're completely refreshing the car front to back. Currently the engine's out. We actually have it stripped down over the back. We're getting ready to measure it all up and get ready to go with that.
Well, let's go have a quick look at it.
Sounds good.
Now Blake, I'd hate to say, but this is not the first RB26 I've seen stripped down on the bench.
Yeah, so this one sort of started off as a very simple cam job, and as you can see, it's got pretty out of control pretty quickly. Once we pulled the cams out, we found quite a lot of damage that was showing some signs of further issues down the line, and as we started to dive deeper, we're now at this point here that you see.
So what's the plan from here?
So at the moment, we're just in the measuring stage. We're just trying to work out what is going to be usable moving forward and what needs to be replaced and that sort of stuff. So measuring everything up, checking everything over, and then we'll put a game plan together and go from there.
So just looking over here, this clearly wasn't a stock engine.
No, so HKS 2.8 stroker, very good engine, made decent power, big bore Warner on it, was built as a circuit car, and unfortunately just sat for a while, and yeah, just needs some attention now.
So another Japanese brand, well, it's the biggest Japanese brand in the world, really, isn't it, Toyota? Now you guys have a Toyota MasterTech here.
Yeah. So we actually we started to see a lot of GR Yarises and 86s, and we thought, you know, what we need to do here is really get a MasterTech in that can help us work on these cars better, that knows them inside and out. And yeah, that's been working really well for us.
Yeah. Now this is one car that is fantastic out of the box. And then you'll get owners, they'll spend the value of the car modifying it again, basically. But here's a good example of a modified Yaris. There's a lot of modified ones on the road, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely like the modern day Evo.
Yeah.
So the price that these were selling at, everybody sort of jumped on them. And yeah, the products that are available now, we developed these really well, and there's a lot of different things you can do. And
there is. It's probably the closest thing you can buy to the 90 spec all-wheel drive car because it's light and it's not lazy, but it's a little bit laggy.
Yes.
Because of the small engine.
Yep.
But they're fantastic to drive. A bit biased, we own one. But tell us a bit about this car.
Yeah, so this one here started life like any other one, a completely stock one. Went through sort of the show car scene, so lowered, big wheels, stance sort of look. And then one day decided, you know what, I want some more power out of it. So went the whole hog on this car. So full Motec package, Garrett turbo, G25 on it. So this car makes about 350 kilowatt on the stock engine. So that was sort of limitation. We're in the process now with the new owner of it, just going through some updates and stuff on it.
So a lot of Yarises I see have got really expensive big carbon intakes, but this actually looks a bit more functional, this setup.
Yeah, so the all-type fabrications, airbox and air intake system. When you're running the big Garrett turbo, you need that big intake to go with it. And then the fuel system. So this customer didn't want any smell of fuel inside the car. So we thought the next best thing is have it nice and tidy in the engine bay, and keeps it real neat looking, no smell inside the car, and still has all the fuel capability.
Now we couldn't come to a Japanese-based workshop and not look at a 2JZ, mate.
Yeah, definitely, and inside at 86 there's not very much room in there, but yeah, something really cool, something different.
Yeah. Twin turbo too, like that's sort of going against the grain, I guess, in today's scene, but it looks cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks cool, sounds really cool, sounds different to most other ones you see with the single turbo. So
yeah, there's a lot going on here. This is a pretty comprehensive build. What about the rest of the driveline?
This car wasn't actually built by us. It's actually here for us to do a full refresh on. It has come in, we've done a full report over the car, and we're just updating everything, cleaning things up that it has. But yeah, mostly sort of built for show, but the 2J has the power to back it up as well.
Well, that's it for another episode of Ryco Workshop Heroes. Blake, I just want to thank you for showing us around AK Racing. You have a massive amount of very cool stuff here. Very impressed.
Thank you very much for coming out.
Yeah. For more information on Ryco products, check out rycofilters.com.au.